We know that Tesla protests is taking place in different cities. Well, let me give it this. Tesla protests were taking place in different cities, and people were marching against Tesla. I actually seen a video where they were doing the hustle at this very same scene. Check it out.
Tesla takedowns popped up across the country and here in Western Washington. Linwood, University Village, Soto, South Lake Union, Fife, Bellevue, and beyond.
All the way from Linwood down to Vancouver, Washington. We just rocked it today. It was a great day.
Devin Hermanson was one of the Bellevue organizers. He said about 300 people showed up as part of the worldwide movement. Protesters targeting Tesla dealerships and vehicles in opposition of CEO Elon Musk's role in the government.
The basic message is that democracy is for the people, not for billionaires. And to have a billionaire essentially buy an election and is now interfering with the functioning of our government is terrifying.
At the U Village protest,
I am so proud to represent you.
Representative Pramila Jayapal was among those to address the demonstrators.
Musk and the Department of Greed and Evil, that's what Doge is, the Department of Greed and Evil, have got to go.
Hermanson suggests this is really just the start of the movement.
We are the proverbial sleeping giant that is awakened to our power. We're going to keep going until this stock, Tesla stock, hits single digits.
So what happens if it doesn't hit single digits and you guys just keep going? What happens then? What happens if it doesn't hit single digits? Rita had a little small altercation, which wasn't big at all, but she had a little small altercation over the weekend where Rita is really into records. Like, she's into vinyl. And she went into a store that was over in Eastern Market here in Detroit. And we are a very, I hate to say this word, diverse and inclusive city. I jumped on the train yesterday and I seen a guy that was dressed like, what's my man name? Childish Gambino. I seen a guy that was dressed like Childish Gambino. He dressed like a 70s character. But you can tell that this was a part of his style. And nobody cares. The thing that's the misconception about the Republican Party or conservatives is that we actually care about what you do with your life. We don't. We only care about what you try to push onto other people as a part of the culture. You could do whatever you want to do, but that doesn't mean that we have to let you walk into women's bathrooms or play in women's sports or push certain agendas and let drag queens teach classes inside of the libraries or elementary schools, or let you get ahead based off of the fact that you identify as something or you feel a certain type of way instead of you getting ahead based off of your own merit and whether you're the best person for the job. We don't believe in that, but we do tolerate you doing whatever you want to do because that is what being an American is the pursuit of happiness and the pursuit of peace and the pursuit of liberty and justice for all and financial stability and being able to pay for your bills. Yes, go to work, take care of business. We prefer you go to work because we don't want to subsidize your lifestyle. The flip side of it is that we don't have to deal with your BS when you decide to do it. So if y'all want to choose to not drive a Tesla and want to go and pick up an internal combustion engine vehicle, it just makes you look like a hypocrite because, number one, Tesla is the most American company as far as automakers go because they build and assemble 100% of all of the vehicles that they sell inside of America. They actually employ Americans. They create jobs for Americans. They've made more millionaires than a lot of these legacy automakers. So if they are the most American company by providing the most American jobs and is giving most of their employees stock in the company that has allowed for them to get richer and change the trajectory of their family dynamics and the lineage that they have, then you who said that you was a part of the electric revolution as long as a Democrat was in office, you choosing to go against them is actually going against the best thing for your children and American people. And more importantly, it makes you look like a hypocrite because you decide that you're torching vehicles that's not yours. Keep your hands to your mother-loving self. It's unfortunate. KG says shorten Tesla stock. Okay, well, how much have you lost over the last 2 weeks? How much have you lost over the last 2 weeks? Y'all don't even know why you would be shorting a stock. People are so dumb. They just be talking. And we know that a lot of y'all don't even have no money to short nothing. You ain't got $1,000 just in case an emergency. You talking about, yeah, how much you gonna buy? You gonna buy a fraction of a share? You gonna buy a fraction of a share? Don't you know that a lot of these pensions, a lot of these retirement vehicles, a lot of these ETFs, they're invested in Tesla stock. The very people that's out there protesting against them are the ones that are going to be dependent on them to support their retirement. You got a fraction of a share. You could have gotten rich if you invested in Tesla all of this time, like I had been talking to the bag chasers about, which we didn't catch none of the downturn of the Tesla. We just rebought into it once it got down to a certain spot. You could have literally gotten filthy rich. Tesla's made more people millionaires in this country than ever before. Short the stock, says a person that ain't got 3 pennies to their name. Don't even got a 401k talking about short the stock. Okay, I got you. But anyways, this is also what's happening across the country.
Global protests targeting Tesla, demonstrators gathering around the world and from coast to coast in the U.S. for so-called Tesla takedowns, outraged by Elon Musk and Doge's massive cuts to the federal workforce. It comes as the electric car maker is facing acts of vandalism and other crimes. Here's ABC's Morgan Norwood.
Tonight, from New York to Washington to Los Angeles to San Francisco and even abroad, Tesla Takedown, a global day of peaceful action demanding an end to Elon Musk's influence over Doge, the Department of Government Efficiency, and its sweeping federal cuts.
We're going to put pressure on the administration, but also on Congress to stand up to him.
Organizers claim Musk's Tesla fortune helped him secure a role in the Trump administration, overseeing Doge and slashing government funding.
We don't think that Elon Musk, the richest man in the world, should be in charge.
Look at this guy. Look at this guy. This guy, minus the neck scarf, reminds me of how dusty I used to be. Minus the lack of money, because I actually have money and resources. This guy reminds me of my dustiness back in the day when I used to be a liberal. My curiosity would have led me out there to find out exactly what the people were doing. You might have caught me on camera if we had social media back then to the way that we have it now. You might have seen me in the background. Should not be out there. He should be focused on growing a mustache and a beard, and making sure that he get his masculinity up. He got to get his testosterone together. I know, because I've been there. I know that I've been there. They give you a free t-shirt. They give you, okay, I wasn't protesting, but for the sake of conversation, they give you a free t-shirt. They give you a poster. They tell you to stand out there with white people that are liberal. You got a girl on one side of you that she got rainbow hair. You got a guy on the other side of you. He just recently got laid off by the federal government. And you out there looking stupid. You don't know why you out there, but you out there looking stupid. You don't even know what you doing, and you out there looking stupid trying to be a part of the in crowd and trying to be seen, trying to get your voice heard. Just trying to make a name for yourself. You out there looking dumb as hell. I've been there. You know, you want to do your work at the coffee shop. You're having a conversation with a bunch of liberals. You're leaning into the fact that the church that you used to go to all told you that you needed to vote Democrat. You're walking out there with no beard, no mustache, looking stupid, no lineup, no nothing. Just aimless, just out there with the people. Just trying to figure it out, trying to find your way. I've been there, big dog. I've been there. I've been a part of the Blue Pill Nation and been in the Matrix. It's dusty behavior. You should be getting your money up. You should be making sure that you're working on things, taking care of business. Every waking hour should be spent doing something productive.
doing things like that.
Protesters
What's his name again? Walton?
Yeah, Elon Musk, the richest man.
Wallace Mason. His name is Wallace. He don't know no better. Wallace has no clue what he's doing. He's out there with a bandana tied frontwards around his neck. Wallace is going to look back on this 10 years from now, and he's going to say, what the heck was I doing with no mustache, no beard? He's going to look back at this when he gets some money and when he gets some kids and he gets some motion. He's going to look back at this and he's going to say, oh, I'm embarrassed to see this. I've been there.
Man, the world should be in charge of doing things like that.
Protesters are urging boycotts, calling on Tesla owners to sell
Standing
their
out there with all of them
EVs
white people
and
looking
dump their
dumb.
stocks. While today's protests remain peaceful, recent weeks have been anything but. The FBI launching a task force in response to earlier attacks, including incendiary devices found at a Tesla dealership in Austin, Texas. And in New York, investigators looking for two people who they say carved the word Nazis and a swastika into a Cybertruck. Musk on Fox News warning the Trump administration is preparing to act.
And we're going to go after them. And the president's made it clear we're going to go after them.
And Musk says Tesla's vehicle cameras are now rolling, and President Trump is warning that vandals could face up to 20 years, possibly in an El Salvadorian prison. Mary?
The president promising those harsh consequences. More.
So, in addition to that, we want to make sure that we're getting it from all angles. We want to make sure that we see it on all networks also so we can make an informed decision.
We begin with Madison Scarpino at a Tesla service shop in Atlanta where protests are expected later today. Madison?
Hi, Alicia. That's right. There are set to be hundreds of protests nationwide today at different Tesla locations, including this one here in Atlanta. And the goal is to stop Elon Musk and the Department of Government Efficiency. Now,
you know how you know that you're the wrong black guy at the wrong event at the wrong time? I'll tell you how you know. It's so obvious to spot. This is how you know you're the wrong black guy at the wrong event at the wrong time. Black people not even participating in the Tesla takedown. If you go look at what they saying in black culture. Now, obviously, Republicans and conservatives, they saying, mind your business. Don't put your hand on other people's property. Obviously, you're stupid. You know that Elon Musk is employing more people here in the United States of America than you could ever in your lifetime. We already know that, right? Black people are saying, hey, we're going to sit this one out. We're not really sure that this makes sense for us. The 92 and the 78%, they not even rock. Listen. Wallace. Let me speak to Wallace really quickly, and I'm going to come back to this. Wallace. Big dog. This is what I know for sure for you. You're trying to find yourself. All of the people that you align with, all of the women that you think is on your side, and I know that you voted for Kamala Harris, guess what? They still not going to give you no box. They busting it down for the dude that didn't even vote. They busting it down for the fool that just got out of jail and he got that heavy felony on his record and he can't even get a job. Wallace, you're a good guy. Go to school, get your education, make sure you grow a beard, get you a girlfriend, make sure you get married, have you a kid, and get on up out of there, bro. That's not for you. Listen, after you get done protesting and you musty out there, see, I wasn't about to protest. I had to break out of the Democrat Party. They still not going to give you no box, bro. It's no box. There's no prize for you. At the end of the day, you're going to go home alone. You're going to beat off one. You're going to shoot a blank. And you're wasting your time. And you still going to be broke. And you still got that zesty thing that's around your neck. There is nothing for you, bro. Nothing for you out there. I'm telling you right now. What y'all say, Glocktavius? They still going to be rocking out with Glocktavius. There's no box for you at the end of the rainbow. Nothing. Nada. Zilch. Zero. You're still going to be in the friend zone. The only thing they're going to do is copy off your homework, bro. Just telling you.
These protesters are a part of the so-called Tesla Takedown, and the group is calling today a global day of action against the car maker. According to the Tesla Takedown website, the group wants people to, quote, sell your Teslas, dump your stock, and join the picket lines. They're protesting Musk's role in Doge. He spearheaded severing government agencies, but Musk says this is an effort to expose waste, fraud, and abuse in the federal government. There have been plenty Tesla protests leading up to today. Here are protesters from Monday in California. Listen.
I definitely have wanted to flip off Tesla.
We don't even know if that's a guy or a girl. We don't even know if that's a guy or a girl. We have no clue whatsoever what that is that we looking at on the screen. Go home. Go home, y'all. Look at the other one in the background. Look at the one that's over the shoulder to the right of our screen, the left of the person that's on the screen, to the right of us. Look at them. Guess what? Fit the profile. Same thing. Heavy set, no opportunity, no job. We don't know if that's a guy or a girl. I'm assuming that that's a girl. It could be a guy with no stash. What are they doing out there? What are they doing out there? They're looking to belong because they have no sense of self, no identity. Look at these people. These people are crazy. Look at this person. We don't even know if this person on the camera, is that a girl? Is that a guy? What is it? What is it? They have no sense of identity. Y'all think that that's a black woman? I don't know if that's a black woman. I'm not sure if that. Let me see if I can get another angle. Yeah, that's definitely a black woman. She needs to look at this. Oh, and she got front butt. She got front butt. We almost didn't know what that is. She should be in the gym, working out, getting herself together, and making sure that she take care of business. She's out there with a sign amongst a bunch of other crazies protesting against Tesla. I said that's a high-calorie woman. And the same for her. Nobody is going to give her a prize at the end of the day. You know why she out there? I'm going to tell you why that woman that's in that greenish shirt is out there. The reason why that woman with that greenish shirt out there is because they have no man. Because no man is going to take a high-calorie woman that we are mistaking for a man and say, I want to marry you. Because you know what? The women that are covered, they're at home. They may be working from home. They be stay-at-home mothers. They may be cooking. They may be making you some spaghetti for your lunch or something like that. They're not out there protesting with Tesla. No woman that is a black woman that is desirable. And when I say desirable, it doesn't have to have European features. It means that you're doing the best that you can to look the best that you can. It means that you're focused on yourself, you're working on yourself, you're taking care of business. They not out there getting musty, protesting with signs against Tesla. They're not trying to identify themselves. They're not trying to figure it out. They're at home. they're at home. This is what happens when you lose yourself, when you start to find yourself at a crossroads, trying to figure out what is my life like. Oh my God, I'm looking in the mirror. I don't like what myself looks like. I need to go out there and protest for Tesla. That's the pathway to destruction. That is how a lot of black people find themselves, white people too, but I'm gonna speak to black people. This is how a lot of black people find themselves protesting. They don't have nothing better to do. And the idle mind is the devil's workshop. They not working out. They not getting money. Because you got to pick a struggle. Either you're going to be rich or you're going to be fit. Now, if you can get both, which is what I'm working on, then that's a plus. But as a woman, you gotta get in the gym. You got to get your teeth together. You got to get your skincare routine. Get you some tea Hanley. 40% off your first order, 20% off for life. For the guys, you have, oh God. You can't be a high-calorie man and be broke. You can't have both. You're going to have to get you some money, dog. You don't have no time to be standing out there holding those signs. You got to get 1 job, 2 job, 3 job, 4 job. You need to go to school. You need to be starting a business. You need to be hustling. You don't have no time, 0 time at all to be sitting out there protesting. For all of y'all, listen, I'm going to speak to the community right now. Let me speak to the community. Can I speak to the community right now, y'all? Give me a second. Give me a second. For all of my black folk, especially in my men, you can't have 2 struggles at the same time. You cannot. You cannot be broke and dusty. You can't be broke and dusty. You gotta get one or the other. Because at the least, if you got yourself together. I ain't even gonna say it no more. I'm not even gonna say, you can't have no mustache, dog, and have beady beads on your head. You gotta pick a struggle. You gotta pick one and say, you know what? I may be one, but I'm not gonna be the other, and I can fix the other one too. Can't be both. Can't be both. You got to smell good. You got to get you some money. You got to do all of that. And I'm going to tell you, money fixes everything. Money fixes a multitude of things. At any point, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and change the dynamics of everything. You could switch up your wardrobe. You could switch up your gym. You can go get some surgery. You can go get you some new teeth. All the teeth, no gaps. Money fixes a lot of things. You can't be broke and dusty, dog. Because even if you dusty, if you broke and you fit, you could still go and couch surf because you always going to be able to have a place to stay because it's always going to be a dusty woman that needs some companionship. That's why them dudes over in Jamaica is busting them chicks down. I'm going off trail. I'm going off track.